Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Today is Monday, November 10th, 2025. Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Now, as y'all heard, the government is about to be back open, right? You heard about that. I'm sure you have because I told you. But not in the words of what's his name? Lee Corso. College game day. Not so fast, my friends. Don't celebrate just yet. SNAP recipients, food stamp survivors, people that depend on the government for their livelihood. Don't celebrate so fast. Now, I want y'all to think about something. I'm going to show y'all a couple of clips, right? But I want y'all to think about something. I was reading a post from a Democrat. I forgot the lady's name. I don't keep up with her much. And they're mad. At first, they was mad about they're saying that the Republicans are keeping the American people starving and hungry. But now that they voted to reopen the government, now they mad that they opened the government. Oh, let me see if y'all can follow me here. The lady was giving a speech. They mad about, the other Democrats. They're about to turn on each other. They're about to have a civil war within the Democrat Party, right? Because they pissed off at them 8 Democrats that broke ranks to do the right thing by the American people. Democrat, they ain't about all that, right? So, you had 8 Democrats that broke ranks with the other Democrats that go ahead on, man, this is some bullshit what we're doing. Let's open up the government. And we can debate this other stuff later, but these people need to get their money, man. Come on. So now, all along, you had Democrats crying. Trump, the Republican shutdown. They want to see people starving, right? But now that the Republicans and the 8 Democrats are opening the government back up so the people won't starve, them same Democrats mad because they opened it back up. You should have held strong. That was the other Democrats telling Chuck Schumer. He too weak. He ain't got no leadership, even though it wasn't Chuck Schumer that did this. Make that make sense. Y'all was complaining about the people starving because the government closed. Now y'all mad because they opening up the government and the people won't be starving, but you're mad because they opened it up because they ain't a whole lot. Do you see the insanity in these people? There's no reasoning with them. Like I say, I ain't talking about Republicans any better. Because when it's the other way around, they do the same shit. So in this case, I'm on the Democrats because this time it's them. During Obama, it was the Republicans with the same bullshit. So this ain't no Republican love fest. Y'all idiots too. But right now, the guilty party is the Democrats. Let me show y'all this little clip of the type of people that I know about. I ain't talking about the elderly. I'm talking about the handicapped, disabled veterans. I'm not talking about them again. When I say this shit don't never need to come back. Get rid of all of it. Here's why. First, I want y'all to read the caption right there. It's one of them liberal Democrat talk show people, talking heads. CNN's Ashley Allison says SNAP is having a massive impact after she went to her eyebrow technician, Fong Lee and whoever, Chong Lee. I know that's racist, but my bad. Technician who told her they had to fire people because clients don't have money to do their brows because of the shutdown. SNAP, because there are no food stamps, Fong Lee had to shut down and had to let go some of her technicians, the nail people, the eyebrow people, the eyelash people. She had to cut some of them loose because they were not getting their SNAP benefits, so she lost customers. Do y'all get the meaning behind that? SNAP benefits is supposed to be for them to buy food. What does them buying food have to do with their eyelashes and eyebrows and fingernails? How does that affect that? If SNAP is supposed to be spent on food, eyelashes are not food. Let her tell you. Hold on, y'all.
I went and got my eyebrows done the other day, and my eyebrow technician was like, they're going to fire 2 technicians from here because all of our clients don't have money to come. She's not on SNAP. This is a massive impact. I went and got my eyebrows done the other day, and my eyebrow technician was like, they're going to fire 2 technicians from here because all of our clients don't have money to come. She's not on SNAP. This is a massive impact. I went and got my eyebrows done the other day, and my eyebrow technician was like, they're going to fire 2 technicians from here because all of our clients don't have money to come. She's not on SNAP.
See, that's why there needs to be major reform or get rid of this shit. It's too much of that. How in the hell the SNAP benefits being cut off affect the nail shop? I can understand if the grocery stores are feeling an effect. You know, you buy SNAP, you buy groceries. So if the grocery store owner say, man, we hurting right now because the food stamps ain't came out. We hurting. Somebody tell me, how in the hell is the nail shop hurting because the food stamps didn't come out? Somebody tell me how the nail place hurting, the eyelash place, the weave place, how were they struggling? Because food stamps didn't come out. Now, I've seen people chewing on their nails, but I didn't know that was considered food. You guessed it. Fraud. These people getting $4,000 and $5,000 a month in food stamps. When they're not buying that, they don't need that many groceries. $5,000 worth of groceries in 1 month? That's about 15 basketfuls. In reality, that family right there, and second, you know, them baby mama that be having 5 and 6 children. I said $1,000. Cap. I don't care if you got 20 kids. The max you're going to get is $1,000. That's max. Keep that in mind before you start popping out all them babies. The amount don't go up. See, that's the problem. They're being rewarded for bad behavior, bad decisions. The government, keeping them out the way, been rewarding these people for making bad decisions. More babies, more money. From the government, rather. Not from their job. They ain't finna work. But it's been well known in the hood. More babies these bros got, more her and her baby daddy gonna eat. And then have thousands left over to sell. Sorry, I'm telling the secret. But right now I'm a taxpaying citizen. When I was a Pookie and Ray Ray, I didn't care. But I'm a sellout now. I'm an Uncle Tom bootlicking clown. Tool, whatever y'all be calling me. So now I'm a sellout. So now I'm snitching. They selling the stamps. In case y'all didn't know what that meant. I'm snitching. I'm like Charleston White and I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm telling. I'm snitching. They selling them and getting their weed done. Getting their eyelashes done. When I didn't have to pay for that shit, it didn't bother me. But these people taxing the hell out of me. I'm tired of it. So you can go get your weave done. You ain't just buying food with it. You're buying that good gas, Don Julio, and whatever else. It's not just food. It's not just steak and scrimp. I ain't okay with that. I work too hard. I don't get no help. When I ain't got it, I ain't got it. They won't give me nothing, so I'm snitching. Yes, I'm hating. Because I got to work so goddamn hard so your ass can go to the nail shop and let Fung Lee do your goddamn toenails and your eyebrows and shit off the stamps you supposed to be feeding them churn with. Now check this out.
After a record government shutdown of 41 days and 14 roll calls failing to reopen it, the situation was clear. Donald Trump and the Senate Republican leadership were unwilling to do anything to reduce skyrocketing health insurance premiums, a terrible problem facing some 24 million American families. The shutdown of the...
Notice, started out by blaming Trump and the Republicans, but keep listening to see who really was behind the shutdown. He started out by blaming Trump and the Republicans. Keep listening.
Government stopped paychecks for thousands of federal workers, causing real hardship for the families, including our overworked and understaffed air traffic controllers and many...
Admitted that it was causing hardship for the families, admitting they knew the families were struggling.
Other critical members of the federal workforce. Food pantries in my state and across the nation were overwhelmed when President Trump stopped SNAP food payments to 42 million Americans.
The president don't have the power to stop it. Just like he ain't had the power to open it back up like y'all just did. Now, he claiming the president stopped SNAP benefits. Well, now that it's opening, the SNAP benefits going to go back out, did the president release it? Are y'all giving the president credit for releasing the SNAP benefits now that the government about to open back up? Pay attention, people, to these lying-ass snakes. He said Trump shut down SNAP benefits for 42 million people. So now those 42 million people finna get their benefits now that the government opened back up. Did Trump release it? No. Trump ain't had nothing to do with them getting their benefits. He ain't got nothing to do with them not getting them.
1/3 of whom were children. Food pantries being overwhelmed as well by unemployed workers who'd been laid off and furloughed because of the government shutdown. So a group of senators sat down to try to find a bipartisan resolution. After lengthy negotiations, an agreement was reached with the Republican Senate leader, John Thune. We will agree to open the government until January 30th, 2026.
Who will agree? Did he say the Republicans? They say it's a Republican shutdown, right? So how that a we will agree? We who? To you Democrats. Look at his name right there. He got the perfect name. I ain't gonna say it. But you see his party right there. That's a Democrat saying that. That ain't a Republican. That ain't Trump. He said we agreed to open the government. But I thought it was a Republican shutdown. If it was a Republican shutdown, how did we agree to opening the thing if you're a Democrat?
During that time, we will pass 3 bipartisan appropriation bills that will fully fund SNAP, WIC, and all the veterans programs and finish our work on the remaining spending bills for this fiscal year. The agreement would also reverse the Trump administration's mass firings during the shutdown and prevent future ones through January 30th. We credit Senator Kaine of Virginia for this provision. Leader Thune has also promised the Democrats an opportunity before mid-December to present a Democratic bill on the floor with proposals to change the law and protect American families from dramatic health care premium increases. It is my fervent hope that this ends up being a bipartisan effort. It would be such an achievement of the Senate to finally return to that status. I've served in the Senate for 29 years.
Too long.
And I've never seen that kind of offer from a Senate majority. During the historic roll call last night, I walked across the aisle and met with Senator John Thune, the Republican leader. I told him that I was counting on him to keep his word on this agreement. He assured me he would. The fate of this effort depends on both the Senate and the House of Representatives. After a 7-week absence, the Speaker Johnson needs to call his members back and join us in the hard work that lies ahead. Many of my friends are unhappy. They think we should have kept our government closed indefinitely to protest the policies of the Trump administration.
Did you hear him? Many of my friends are unhappy, which is his compadre, the Democrats, said we should have kept the government closed. We who? I thought it was all it was the Republicans. He said we. His friends are mad at him. In other words, the Democrats, they mad, they pissed. They pissed. They all over the place talking. They turning on Chuck Schumer, all of them. You weak, you're spineless. But y'all have spent all this time, all this pain, all this suffering that people have been going through. Y'all have spent all this time blaming blaming the Republicans. Got y'all flunkies over there, the Democrat, my people, my black folks, bless y'all heart. Y'all ain't gonna believe when you hear them say out their own mouth that it was their fault. You still ain't gonna believe it, even though you just heard them say. Let me play that again for the people in the back. Hold on now, y'all listen close. I'll rewind it just a little bit. I want y'all to hear this again. Who is mad and why?
The Speaker Johnson needs to call his members back and join us in the hard work that lies ahead. Many of my friends are unhappy.
Who?
They think we should have kept our government closed indefinitely to protest the policies of the Trump administration.
Many of my friends are unhappy. They felt we should have kept the government closed indefinitely to protest Trump's policies. Like Obama said, holding the government hostage because you don't like a policy of the administration. Should I play that again? Hold on.
Us in the hard work that lies ahead. Many of my friends are unhappy. They think we should have kept our government closed indefinitely to protest the policies of the Trump administration. I share their opinions of this administration, but cannot accept a strategy which wages political battle
at the
expense of my neighbor's paycheck or the food for his children. Mr. President, I yield the floor.
Imagine.
Notice he's going to say a strategy. He could no longer agree with a strategy that hurt so many people. Listen, like Geno Jennings.
Many of my friends are unhappy. They think we should have kept our government closed indefinitely to protest the policies of the Trump administration. I share their opinions of this administration, but cannot accept a strategy which wages political battle at the expense of my neighbor's paycheck or the food for his children.
What? A strategy he could not wage, what? And a strategy that would affect the paycheck of his neighbors. And in other words, they used the American people as hostage, and this man just sat here on the floor and admitted it, and that he could no longer do it. He couldn't do it no more. It was a strategy they was using to protest Trump. TDS. I can rest my case right here.
Mr. President, I yield the floor.
Now you heard it out of his mouth that they used it as a strategy to protest President Trump's policies. In other words, they didn't like what President Trump is doing. And I ain't saying they gotta like it. I ain't got no problem with you don't like it. I get it. You disagree with President Trump. The problem is, y'all use the American people, their pain and suffering, as a strategy, as a method to get your way. Let's hear what somebody else said about doing that. And that's wrong. What y'all just did. To protest the strategy, the policies of the guy you don't agree with, you're going to shut the government down in protest of what he's doing. Hoping that the people will cry out and rebel against said president because they suffering and struggling. But it backfired and blew up in your face. Didn't work like that. It's too many of us that know what's going on. So y'all had to, didn't work.
Think about this. Shutting down the government just because you don't like a law that was passed and found constitutional. No Congress before this one has ever in history been irresponsible enough to threaten default, to threaten an economic shutdown, to suggest America not pay its bills just to try to blackmail a president into giving them some concessions. We're not going to submit to this kind of total irresponsibility. Congress needs to pay our bills on time. Congress needs to pass a budget on time. Congress needs to put an end to governing from crisis to crisis. If Republicans do not like the law, they can go through the regular channels and processes to try to change it.
What?
That's why we have elections. You do not threaten the full faith and credit of the United States of America.
But keyword there was blackmail, blackmailing, and it's important to remember too that Chuck Schumer, who once called government shutdowns the politics of idiocy, famously said of this shutdown that every day gets better for us. Well, every day's not getting better for everyone. The flight delays, 42 million Americans with SNAP benefits, and just one.
Well, would you look at here? Ain't that the pot calling the kettle? Nigger. We got receipts, y'all. These people keep forgetting that everything you say nowadays, especially when you're a public figure, is recorded, videotaped somewhere. Where somebody can go back and pull up what you said. They keep forgetting. Or they maybe they just hoping we'd be too damn stupid to go verify, which they people are. Too stupid to verify what they're saying. So now here you got his party, my former party, who I used to love so much. Now I can't stand you. Did the very same thing he just went off about. When it was the other way around, because I told y'all the Republicans do it too. So this ain't no Republican love fest. Y'all do that dumb shit too. But when it was the Republicans doing it when he was in office, that's what he said. Now he ain't got that same smoke when it's his party protested against laws that they don't like with the current president. It was cool when they do it. But the problem when we do it, which ain't we, but, finesse 2 times. They did it. He like it. But now you doing it. It's okay. And now y'all mad that they ended it. Those Democrats, those 8 Democrats, they won't get reelected. They looked at as sellouts. How dare you feed the American people that's struggling right now? You supposed to hold out until we get health insurance for. First of all, Obamacare is trash. We don't have great health care. I feel bad for the 24 million people, or however many people it is, that's got to go through what I'm going through, paying high-end insurance. No, I'm not. Because I got to pay it. Why should I give a fuck? I pay $1,200. And I think it's going up. I'm scared. My letter just came. I'm scared to open that son bitch because it go up every year. So I'm scared to open it. So I should care about people that was getting help with theirs, but I can't get no help. Like I enjoy, like I can afford, like I got plenty of money. They're like $1,200 a month health insurance ain't no big deal to me. That ain't no money for Big Ward. Big Ward don't need no help. That's some bullshit. But I can't get no help. I'm supposed to worry about 24 million people. Y'all got millions of other people struggling, hungry. 42 million on SNAP didn't get their SNAP because y'all claim y'all want affordable health care for 24 million. The math ain't mathing. Now, I'm going to end this video by saying this. It ain't over. They just got extended to January of 2026. That's just a couple of months. Keep this in mind, ladies and gentlemen. You better listen to what I've been telling y'all. All they just did was give you an extension so you have a nice holiday, get some Thanksgiving turkey. That's it. Black Friday and all that shit. That's all they think about, the bottom line. They not thinking about y'all. They just extended it just enough to get you through the holidays. So they partners. Democrats and Republicans, they're business owners and business leaders. Hey man, y'all need to do something. We got the holiday coming up. We can't do this right now. Mark my words. When the holiday is over, because they extended it to how long? January. They ain't agreed on nothing. They ain't fixed nothing. They just prolonging it. To let their business partners, not y'all, they ain't worried about y'all. They trying to keep y'all from destroying the economy because Thanksgiving and Christmas. Black Friday, corporations, they sold out to the corporations. The corporations got in their ear and said, hey, look, extend this shit through Thanksgiving and Christmas. Then after that, then y'all go back and cut their ass off again. We don't care after that. Ain't nothing coming up after Christmas. Mark my word, they're going to shut down again in January. They ain't going to come with no agreement. The Republicans ain't offered the Democrats nothing. We just going to look at it. And they're going to say, well, we looked at it, we don't like it. Nope. Another shutdown. This time it's going to last because we got through the holidays. So this is my warning to y'all who celebrating that you finna get your stamps and you think you finna go back and do some crab balls and start back getting your eyelashes done and whatever. Y'all better be finding a way to get off that shit. This ain't no need to celebrate. Because if they just did it now, they'll do it again, and they gonna do it again. The government ain't open. They still shut down, baby. Trust me. Y'all just got a 2-month, November, December. It's open till January 30th. They're going to go back and revisit it, and they ain't going to be done came up with no agreement. Because the Republicans ain't budging on that Affordable Care Act, and the Democrats ain't budging on want that, and all that other shit they want. So you know what we're going to happen? We're going to find ourselves right back here again, January 30th, 2026. Watch what I tell you. So y'all that's celebrating, y'all that's still on that shit, you got about 2 more months. Get your stamps and stock up and save. Don't go blowing that shit because it's going to be over with again. It's going to be over with again. Y'all better be trying to find a way now while y'all got a little more time to get off that shit. Figure out a way to feed your damn self because they're going to shut down again. Don't be in January still around that bitch and like, oh, I'm starving. Now I can't eat again. We really ain't going to care. Because now you done had 2 more months. You see how they do you. You see how they feel about you. You see they will use you as a pawn. They just showed you they don't, Democrat or Republican just showed you they don't care nothing about your babies, grandma, the disabled veterans. They just showed you they will use you to get their way. Don't care nothing about you. Now, if you take that lesson for granted, woe is you. They just showed you. Democrats, they don't care nothing about it. No matter that you're a Democrat, the Democrats don't care nothing about you no more than the Republicans care about the Republicans. They don't care. They working together, fool. What a coincidence. The corporations who they work for, this is what just happened. The big corporations got in both of their ears because they work for both of them. Democrats, Republicans, y'all need to sit down, open this son bitch back up, get through the holidays. That's what the corporation told them. That's what they work for. They could have been did this. They could have been opened it up. Them same 8 Democrats could, why now? because the corporations got in their ear, the ones who they work for, who give them the big donations, said, open this son bitch up. We got Thanksgiving and Christmas coming. That's why they opened it up. After that, closed again. Watch what I tell you. They don't care nothing about none of us. Democrat or Republican, they don't care. They could have been opening this son bitch up. Why now? I'm telling you why. The big donors, Walmart, all them folks, and got in them Schumer and all them folk ear, and the Republicans, y'all, they all on the same team. That's why they ain't agreed to nothing. They ain't agreed to extend it. Didn't I tell you how they gonna do that? I said, if they open that son bitch back up and the Democrats didn't get what they asked for, it's a setup. And just to show, they opened it back up and the Democrats still ain't got what they asked for. It's a setup. And they're going to close it down again. So you better get your ass up off for it. You better figure out a way, whether selling coochie or whatever you got to do, you better find you a side hustle where you ain't depending on no damn stamp, because that shit going to be over with pretty soon. Get it, got it good. Bye.